Okay, guys, we're going to talk about some track and field. Okay, the Lions Den track and field community. I know a lot of you have been asking me, Coach, when are you going to start talking track and field on your channel again? You haven't been talking about it, and we want to hear your thoughts on some of the stuff going on in track. And so I'm going to start putting out a few videos about track. Not too many because this is mainly a combat sports channel and I want to keep it that way. But, I'll talk about some of the stuff going on. This young woman that you see on the screen, her name is Mary Cain. Now, if you know anything about track and field, Mary Cain, coming out of high school, was I'm talking about the phenom, okay? This girl, she was blowing people out and beating people by, 40 and 50 meters in the 800 meters, 1500. Like, this damn girl was a beast in them distance runs. Like, we used to see Mary Cain, like, beating grown women. They would put her in the college meets. And, man, she go in there and just destroy these people, man. I'm talking about destroy them. And it's almost like, dang. So, Mary Cain, I saw her in 2013. And I talked to her, man. I talked to her back in 2013, man. We talked maybe for about 20, 25 minutes, man. And, we were just talking about, like, dang, girl, how you feel? Because you just, you smoked everybody here at New Balance Nationals. And, at the time, in 2013, she was saying that, my goal is to prepare for the Olympics. I want to prepare for the Olympics in 2016 and New Balance Nationals. Really, it's something, it was on my to-do list. But, honestly, she was almost like telling me she was looking past New Balance Nationals. Because, let's just be honest, man, there was nobody, 17 years, and couldn't nobody in the country touch this girl. That's how good she was. And shortly after winning New Balance Nationals, she graduated. She went over to the Nike Oregon Project. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, okay, it's a program. It's a distance program that the top runners in the world, okay, and definitely in America, but the top runners all over, they come to this program and they do high-level distance running training, okay? It's intense. It's extremely intense, and it's sponsored completely by Nike. Like, Nike funded this whole thing. And that's, like, almost unheard of, man. Like, Nike, funding something like, in track and field, period, don't get a lot of attention. But Nike thought that the work that the coach Alberto Salazar was doing was just, it was good enough to be funded. So they funded it. I've had mixed, like, reviews about the place. I remember when I was coming on the scene, or when I, really started getting into coaching, a distance runner friend of mine, man, cool ass dude, man. He wanted to train with Alberto Salazar. He wanted to. And, I was like, see, I don't know, because we had heard about him, the doping allegations years ago, man. Years ago, before Alberto Salazar really became the name that he is, we heard about the doping allegations. And I was like, yo, man, you sure you want to get hooked up with that dude? Because I don't know, man, he might have you in some shit. Oh, man, that's the best in the world, man. And, of course, he never got hooked up with him, man. And also, too, they don't take, man. Like, you got to be good to be on that team. You got to be real good. Which, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so they train these people. But I always thought the Nike Project, Oregon Project, they always just been hand-gifted athletes. Like, you gifted this damn speed. Like, you ain't got to really train these people. These people are already high-level athletes, before you got them. I'm going to tell you what'll make it more impressive. If you can bring some people into the program and at your development. Because track and field is a time-intense sport. And you can develop people in track and field. And you can develop people in track and field faster than you can boxing and MMA. You can develop them. And they can actually be good, like, in a matter of years. A couple of years. I mean, you can be good. But, these people at the Nike Oregon Project, they were handed this talent. And it was given to them. They didn't have to, coach it. They didn't have to do any additional work. They just had to give these people the regiments, the programs, the workouts. And that's really about it. So we'll talk about Mary Cain. So Mary Cain went there. She was complaining and said, man, they was telling her to lose all kind of weight. Now, I'll tell you something right now. Yeah, distance coaches, the real high-end ones, they don't want you to be a fat distance runner. That's just reality. That's what it is. They don't want you to be fat. They don't want you to be overweight. Like, they have all these damn distance coaches. Some of these guys they're crazy. They got this thing. They got a little thing. If you're a female, how much they want you to weigh, and if you're a male, how much they want you to weigh. And when they think that you're over those limits, they start freaking out. They don't do it as much in high school. They do it some in college. I know they do it in college. And see, what the coaches in college, what they do is they don't directly tell the girls, like, listen, you need to, get this weight off. They'll tell them to go see a nutritionist, but that's just quote unquote for you need to lose weight because you're too fat. That's how it works in college. And that's how the college coaches, they get around not being able to talk about a female's weight. See, they get around it. They get around it. Or, they send them to a therapist or a psychologist. See, they send them there, and the coaches, a lot of them, they've already talked to these specialists. So-and-so need to lose weight, and and that's what they do. Okay? So it's implied. You can't really say it. You can't say anything to these people about their weight, but it's implied on the college level. That if you don't keep your weight down, you're not going to run fast. And if you don't run fast, well, this can affect your scholarship. And nowadays they're making scholarships where they can reduce your scholarship if you're not performing. But, on Mary Cain's end of it, she was already a professional. Okay. And, she said she was getting a lot of pressure from Alberto Salazar. Alberto Salazar was putting a lot of pressure on her to lose weight so she can run faster and faster and faster. No girl said, hey, I was losing weight and I was so thin that, my bones started breaking. Like she said that her body, was not producing the amount of estrogen, which, provides, bone strength to a female. And I kind of understood where she was coming from with that. Like, she said my body just broke down being trained under Alberto Salazar. And she said it was the worst experience. Okay. Now, I got to play the devil's advocate on this. Okay. I got to play the devil's advocate. Okay, and I was actually feeling what Mary Cain was saying. I was like, yep, okay. I get where she's coming from. This make a lot of sense, They didn't, the girl said she started cutting her wrist. She started just having suicidal thoughts, and she was telling them that she was ready to kill herself and, all kind of stuff. And she said that the coaches really didn't care. They just kind of went to bed. And, how she put it is like they heard her, but they just didn't give a damn about what she was saying, and they went to bed. Okay. I heard what she said. The video came out, and she blew a hole in Nike's ass. And she blew a hole in Alberto Salazar. And if y'all know Alberto Salazar, the dude has been, he's been synonymous with doping, okay? And I actually do believe he got dope, okay? Like, even back in the day, man, even back in 2014 and 2015, man, just like his runners, man, just doing superhuman things. And you sitting here like, damn. And even one of his top runners, man, Mo Farah got the hell up out of Dodge, man. Because Mo Farah was whooping everybody. I'm talking about whooping people, man, beating them. Like beating people like who ain't been beaten. Like I'm talking about Mo killing them. I ain't talking about just beating them by like a hair. I'm talking about Mo Farah is destroying people that he couldn't beat. And so people started suspecting him of doping. So Mo Farah said, nope, hell no, I got to get the hell out of here. And Mo Farah went back to the damn UK. I got to get out of here, man. This dude, Salazar, crazy, PG-13 channel. He crazy as hell. Okay, so Mo Farah left, and Mary Cain left. But see, Mary Cain, I hear her story, man. I hear what she's saying, but then okay. So I was listening, to the news, what Nike responded. Mary was seeking to rejoin the Oregon Project and Alberto's team as recently as April. Like, she want to come back this April, and I'm like, hell no. How you gonna explain this? Wait a minute. You say all this stuff. You say the man was verbally abusive. Okay, you said the man didn't care about your health. You said the man kept, battering you about your weight. You kept saying all this stuff, but now you want to say that you want to come back? No, Mary Cain. See, I was rolling with you for a minute. I'm like, nah, Mary Cain full of shit. Okay? This man did all this stuff to you. Then she said her parents, they had to fly her home. They had to, hey, girl, you get on this plane right now. But then, and then I even saw an interview with her where she was saying that, like, yeah, well, I don't know if I'm going to return. I may return soon. Like, she's already saying it. But you came out with this whole thing talking about, well, the Oregon Project did all this and did all this. Well, no. See, everything you said is not validated. And then she wrote this tweet. Okay, now this is the nail in the coffin for Mary Cain. I can't take Mary Cain seriously, okay? I can't. I think she's self-absorbed anyway. Listen, I'm just going in, man. Then she said, I wanted closure. I wanted an apology for never helping me when I was cutting. and in my own sad, never fully healed heart, wanted Alberto to still take me back. You wanted him to take you back. You talking about you was over here cutting? Okay, you was sad. You was so miserable over here at the Nike Oregon project, but damn, you want to go back. How you gonna explain this? I still loved him. Oh, you still loved him? Okay. Because when we let people emotionally break us, we crave more than anything their very approval. So wait a minute, a man that broke you emotionally and broke you down physically because you said your body, you broke bones. Why would you want to go back? Why would Mary Cain even want to consider going back? See, man, when people come on here and start crying and all this other mess, see, sometimes I look at that and people always say, Coach, you cold, man. I mean, you see the person crying. Yeah, I see they crying, but then I listen to what they say. I look at the tears, but I don't care nothing about the tears. I look at what they saying, and then I look at what they do. Okay, and if they say one thing, but they do something different, then I worry about what they do, and I don't give a damn about what they say. This girl full of shit. Okay, and listen, I don't care how we slicing and dicing. That's just what she is. Okay, listen, enjoyed the conversation with her years ago. Maybe she wasn't. I don't know. Okay, seemed like a nice girl. Now, do I put anything past Alberto Salazar? Hell no. I don't put nothing past Salazar. Look, man, we was hearing about this dude in the mid-2000s. We was hearing about this guy. I mean, Salazar, look, man, look. You train with him at your own risk, but the dude been banned. Now he banned for 4 years. They banned his ass for 4 years. So Nike, they pulled the money on this Oregon project. But me, here's what I think Nike gonna do. I think they're going to resurrect that project. They just going to get another coach. That's it. And see, Nike, the reason why Nike funded it because Salazar was winning. I mean, they was going to the World Championships winning medals. They was going to the damn Olympics winning all them damn medals. And see, if you got a program like that that's winning all them medals, man, hell, Nike, you know what Nike want? Winners. That's it. Nike didn't really care what he was doing. They gave Alberto Salazar a free pocketbook. And they say, here, do what the hell you want. Just do what you do. Just keep putting these winners out. And what nobody, actually, investigating this dude, even monitoring this guy to see if he's running the program right. Man, these guys none of these guys, they gave the guy a checkbook and said, here, do what you want to do. That was stupid. That was stupid. This man, they said this dude had him taking prescription drugs to help their time lower. Like Alberto Salazar, if you can drink it, if you can smoke it, if you can inject it, he's going to be for it. That's just, and if you train with him, then you're a suspect to also, being on some dirty stuff. Mary Cain, I'm sorry, can't support what you're saying. Okay, because you said one thing and you said something different, but you're doing something